All right, we're here for the next week 4 matchup of Big Bad Boys versus the Ragamuffins. Also, I broke it down this series. I was looking at the Southern Conference and I noticed something. It's kind of funny how this happened, but basically, the Southern Conference has the Frozen Ones and the Big Bad Boys, who are both 6-3. Alignment of Moon and Sun and Ragamuffins are both 4-5. The funny thing is, they're up against the opposites. So Frozen Ones are against Alignment of Moon and Sun, and Big Bad Boys are against the Ragamuffins. And because of the reason it's the 6-3 versus the 4-5 on each side, the way it's set up is, I did numbers and I did number crunching and stuff. I found out that the only way the 4-5 teams can make it is if they sweep. And if they sweep, then they knock out the team who they swept. Basically, is what happens, right? For the 6-3 teams, all they have to do is win one game. They just have to win one game, and they not only can lock themselves in the playoffs, but they knock out the team who was 4-5, right? So that's the crazy thing is, if you're the 6-3 team, you're just looking for one win. That's all you need. One win, and you make playoffs. If you're the 4-5 teams with Alignment and Ragamuffins, you are praying for a miracle. A 3-series sweep, which, mind you, has only happened twice this season. We've only seen, out of all the series we've seen 12 play out. Only 2 have been sweeps. So it is very rare. But it can happen, right? But we'll start first off with Big Bad Boys versus the Ragamuffins. Ragamuffins looking for the counter sweep. Funny thing is, we start with a mirror match, actually, which is kind of like I was talking about in the first week. I said there was going to be a lot of mirror matches. There's one in almost every series. The last series there wasn't one, but here's the mirror match in this one. 2 dwarf alliances, and notice one team's got all shotguns, and the other one's got a modified team. So let's look at what the Big Bad Boys did. Big Bad Boys, he said, he did this last week. He went for basically the Big Bad Boys modified shotgun strategy, where it's my shotgun strategy is what it is. It's the Hungry Humphreys shotgun strategy. +1 strike, +2 strikes, plus 25% damage to make up for the minus 25% damage from the +2 strikes. So he's running the classic shotgun strategy, which is never lost. I believe it's 5-0 because I've ran it. Hungry Humphreys has run it 4 times. It's won every time. And then Big Bad Boys ran it last week and won with it as well. So 5-0 strategy. Let's see if he becomes 6-0 here. Again, all he needs to do is win, and he makes playoffs. So he's bringing the strong strategy to just, if he wins right off the bat, he locks himself in. While the Ragamuffins are bringing in his own variation of it's not the shotgun. He's bringing his own variation for the dwarves. He's got +3 random units add to his list. He likes this because he did it twice for 2 of his games. We'll see that. +3 random units to his list, +3 movement, and +1 strike. So we'll see how that plays out here. We'll see if this offbeat dwarf strategy can defeat the undefeated shotgun strategy. We'll see here. The shotguns are spreading out. I have noticed that they are better if they work in a bunched group. Well, technically, to be fair, that strategy works almost in every sim game I've seen. Is the team that kind of bunches up and takes out the enemy. Like, if the enemy spreads out and then they stay bunched, usually I see the team that bunches winning more often, just because they can gang up and kill characters while staying alive. Basically, I've seen that strategy. So it looks like the Monarchs, not the Ragamuffins dwarf group stayed a little more together. So that's probably not going to be good for the Big Bad Boys. But they get a kill there. He still has his shotgunners unalive. Sure, it does help to be slow. It'll keep your troops together. There might be benefits to not taking the +3. I know there's that talk about the +3 might be it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because The AI will take your leader out more often of the base, putting them more in harm's way with that +3 movement. So a lot of people kind of stepped away from it because of that. But it also has its pros, which is it's massive pro. The massive pro to the +3 movement is your troops that your leader just bought are more likely to get immediately into battle to help out your team. That's the huge pro to it. So it's basically, does the pro outweigh the bad? Does it outweigh it? But anyways, as this battle's going on, I'm blabbing away, and I just realized the big bad boys just got absolutely destroyed. All their troops just fell and they didn't get a kill. Oh, I was blabbing away, and the shotgun strategy has lost. It has finally fallen. It is now a 5-1 strategy. It has been proved that it does have a chip in it. There is a chip in its armor, and it has been discovered through a mirror matchup, which makes sense. But now the Ragamuffins only need 2 more to get themselves into the playoffs. Let's see how this next matchup goes. It's the island match. This is the fun ones. Let's point of view. Let's see here. So we've got the big bad boys bringing his Northerners versus the rebels of the Ragamuffins. Okay. He did +2 strikes, minus 25% damage, plus 25% damage, and 30% less XP needed for the Northerners, while the Ragamuffins did +1 strike, +3 movement, plus 25% damage. So just going from the basic, the 3 strong ones, movement, damage, 1 extra strike. Like that, this is a staple that I've seen the Ragamuffins just really like. It's just going this nice, the 3 staples of the Rag. Now, he usually always have 1 or 2 of these, so we'll see how this goes. Again, big bad boys just need a win. Ragamuffins looking to not only get 1 win, but they need both wins here. So again, more mountains in the middle. So the Ragamuffins leader does come out to do some damage, but not really taking much counter attack. It's an archer, so it helps him out. Would have probably been worse if it was an assassin who could do some big damage, but it was an archer. Geez, the troll leader just comes out and just bashes the mage in. How's this tree gonna do? There is no trees on this map. This poor tree, he gets a kill there, just takes down a troll from 100 to 0. So, that fire does huge damage to that tree. It is interesting. He got a kill there. Wow, this tree is not stopping. Oh, well, spoke too soon. But it is definitely looking in favor of Ragamuffins early. They're trolls. He's got a lot of units, but it feels like, even though he's got more units there, it just feels like the Ragamuffins are just doing more. Look, they keep just finishing kills. They're not leaving people fully injured. When they go to combats, they're winning. They're ending the combats with a kill, which is huge in this game. Get another kill there. The leader comes out again, but little goblin, can he get another kill here? No, he doesn't finish a kill there. The mage gets the kill, and he sends his horsemen to get a heal. Fully surrounded now. The Ragamuffins have just slowly been pushing units in more and more. And now he's got the mer person attacking the leader. An upgraded soldier, a goblin soldier, I mean. But here's the nice thing about the Ragamuffins +3 movement is they can keep this pressure on the Northerners because they get all that movement down that road, and they can just keep pushing down on them. That tree lands some huge attacks on that. Oh, troll, and there it is right there. Boom! Bring it up. There's the win for the Ragamuffins. This series has gotten crazy. It all comes down to this last game. Whoever wins this last game makes the playoffs. This is you couldn't have read a better story. This is crazy. And we got ourselves the loyalists of the Ragamuffins versus the Drakes of the Big Bad Boys. Drakes haven't been performing the best this week, so maybe they could big bad boys. Maybe they can pull out this final win, show that the Drakes are still good. Yeah, this has been a crazy series. But yeah, let's talk about this series. Okay, the big bad boys. Let's start with them. He's got his Drakes here. He's got some burners, some clashers. He did +3 movement, +2 strikes, minus 25% damage, and plus 25% damage. So basically, he's doing +3 movement and +2 strike is what he's doing here. And the Ragamuffins, they did +3 random units to the list, +1 strike, plus 25% damage. So again, staying with those consistent, he likes that +1 strike and damage. And he's got +3 random units to the list. So again, maybe those units help him out. I remember looking when I was making his team, he's got 2 types of Dune characters and an upgraded zombie. So he's got the soul list in his recruit list, and 2 like a Dune soldier and a Dune rider or something like that. I don't remember. Anyways, let's see how this final series goes. Remember, winner of this gets the playoffs. So all pressure goes onto this game. Let's see how this one goes. Winner makes playoffs. It gets fun here. And yes, there is a lot of snow in this map. Not very maps with snow, so that is an lovely little map here. See if the loyalist can take advantage of the open area. Nope, he loses his horseman there. He's got a fencer in melee combat. His archer to his attack. The fencer takes down the kill. The heavy infantry takes down that Saurian skirmisher. The dragons burning that man in armor alive. And do they take him down? Yes, they take him down. And I do know the Drakes are staying a little grouped up. They've got that extra movement, and they're able to stay near that Toldwood, Rourke area, so they can stay as a bunched up group, which I think will benefit them. While the Ragamuffins, they kind of feel a little spread out right here. They need to, and they're also just not doing any damage to these Drakes. This is not looking good at all for the Ragamuffins. They're on their back. I know they buy a Soulless, a upgraded zombie. Probably not the best unit for the current situation, but it is the unit they bought in the current situation. They got two burners. What is this? 2 burners inside their base. This is not looking good at all. These burners, oh my word. That white mage damage. Those burners are toasted. So let's see. This is maybe the counterattack here, buying some stuff. We have 8 buildings to 9 buildings to the 4 of the loyalists. That's not looking good at all for the Ragamuffins. Oh, can this turn back? Oh, this mage needs to not take heavy damage here. The skirmisher. Oh, the skirmisher gets the kill. There it is. Oh, and with that, the dream ends for the Ragamuffins. They were this close. They were within inches of the playoffs. But they couldn't finish. Oh, it was so great. That was a good series. That was a good series right there. But with that final game, the big bad boys make the playoffs, just barely closing out a win over the Ragamuffins, who had the momentum on their side. But with congratulations, big bad boys, you have made the playoffs. The big bad boys are going back to the playoffs to defend their title. We'll see how they can do defending their title. As for the Ragamuffins, you had an amazing season. You almost pulled out one of the craziest storylines at the end. But not really congratulations because you didn't make it, but congrats for at least putting up a good fight at the end. You went down swinging. That's what matters, right? Anyways, the series ends 2-1 for Ragamuffins over the big bad boys. They end 2-1 with their season ending being 7-5 for the big bad boys and 6-6 for the Ragamuffins. And the series went to the Ragamuffins 2-1, but the big bad boys are the true winners here, making the playoffs.